Hey guys, it's Scott here and welcome to Leicester Till I Die TV. This is the weekly roundup where we discuss basically everything that is upcoming for Leicester in the next week, as well as everything that happened in the past week. And of course, not much. Internationals have happened, and that is really all there is to it. We've obviously got our game upcoming against Aston Villa in the next few days, and that is going to be a bit of a doozy after they absolutely destroyed Liverpool in a crazy game in the last weekend of fixtures that saw an amazing amount of ridiculous results. So I feel like everyone was going into the international break thinking, okay, we had our loss against West Ham, and things weren't looking incredible in that game, but we can regroup in the internationals and then come back against Villa, even though they had a great result, and then we can just come and show how good we are. Our players will be back closer to full fitness in people like Maddison, etc. Ricky P is getting closer and closer to fitness. He's probably about 2, maybe 3 weeks away from being back in the fold with the team, which is amazing. And we would potentially come back against a very, very confident Villa side and just show them who's boss. Now things are a little bit interesting. There's been some chaos over the international break, some terrible results for some teams, including England, in their shocking game against Denmark. Although, in that game, Kasper Schmeichel showing off. He is still a top shot stopper. I wish that his distribution was a little bit better for us, because it's very frustrating to watch all the time when he tries to kick it out wide and kicks it off the pitch. But in terms of his shot stopping, there is no denying that he is still top quality, and the save that he pulled off against England was absolutely fantastic. So fair play to him for that one, and a good win for him. Not a good win for not a good result for the England team. Of course, Harvey Barnes only featuring in the friendly, and then that's it. Really, a bit like Grealish, who again did very, very well against Liverpool. Showed that he is a very good talent. Proved himself in the first England game and then didn't get more minutes throughout the rest of the campaign. So, unfortunately for us, an informed Grealish got rested in the final 2 games, and so he's going to be fit and ready to go and not tired against us, unfortunately. So, again, some dodgy stuff going on with the England team and everything like that. But a bit of bad news coming out from the internationals. Injuries. Johnny Evans, injured. Potentially not going to be good and fit enough to play against Aston Villa, which also adds on to the current Amati injury. Big Wes, I'm not sure if he's actually fully back from fitness or not. I don't feel like it's been cleared up whether he is ready to go. So we could potentially have Morgan, Amati, and Evans injured. We then also have heard the reason why Kags didn't play in the other Turkey fixture is because he has a hamstring injury. So he is also out of the Villa game as well. This is a slight problem because we're running on bare bones as it is. With Wilf injured, Ricky P injured as well. Maddison has been injured as on top of that. We're struggling, and we've gone into this season with massive injury problems, and now they're just adding up and up and up. So we may have to go into the Villa game. Again, if Morgan isn't fit to play, if he does, or if he is, then I think he'll play. We may have, if we play 4 at the back, Fofana making his debut alongside Benkovic or Fuchs? I don't know. I don't know who is going to play in our next game. If all of these injuries are what they are, we don't have enough fit players to play the 5 at the back that we have done in a couple of the recent games. It doesn't make any sense. We don't have 3 centre-backs to play that. Especially when, even before that, we were playing Wilf, who is a DM, as a centre-back to then fit into that system. That doesn't work. He's injured. Our centre-backs are now injured. So I think we're going to be forced to play 4 at the back. Fofana's going to have to play. There's no way that he doesn't because of the current problems that are going on. But then whoever starts next to him, again, maybe Benkovic finally gets his chance through people just getting injured. And maybe that means that he won't go out on loan. Because it was looking quite likely that he would potentially go to like another championship team or something like that, get another year loan experience. But if we've got these injuries, we can't really afford to only have one centre-back that's fit. So I guess it depends on how bad and how long some of these players are going to be out for because of their injuries. So worrying times, to be honest, especially after Villa scored 7 in their previous game. For us to not really have a functioning back four is slightly dodgy. So to say I am... To say I'm expecting us to struggle at the back is a bit of an understatement. But one thing that it does mean is I'm really excited because we are, I mean, like surely 99% likely now to see Fofana make his debut against Aston Villa. So we can see what he's made of. I would like to see him play with Benkovic, but I think that Brendan will probably play it safe and he'll probably play Fuchs as a centre-back. Something like that I feel would be more likely. Would he even drop someone like Mendy or Hamza to centre-back? I really hope not. But who knows, to be honest with you. So, that's worrying. However, Maddison not being in the England squad meant that he could build up his fitness and try and get back into the fray of being able to start. Dennis Pratt looks like he should be okay. Obviously, he's had a couple of injury niggles and stuff like that, but he was on the bench in Belgium's last game of the international break, so looks like he should be okay to potentially play. He's been really good for us so far this season. So here's hoping that he is going to be fit and firing, ready to go. Under, obviously, came in and has only made a brief appearance for us so far, but could potentially get his first start against Villa. Again, he will now be surely ready to go with the group. Had some training sessions with them. Again, match fit and everything like that. Should be a nice one to potentially slot in into the next game. So it's a difficult time. I feel like a lot of people don't like the international breaks for multiple reasons. A lot of people prefer club football over international football, unless it's something like the World Cup or the Euros, where everyone just goes mental for it. Like, the summer a few years ago was one of the best summers that a lot of people have had when it comes to international football for England fans. It was just a crazy experience where the whole country was coming together. But when it's not for a major tournament, like, I still don't think most people care about the Nations League. And so a lot of people go into international breaks purely worrying about injuries. And we don't normally do too bad in internationals in terms of injuries. We normally come back and we're fine. This one could be really bad, though, with Cags and Evans. Like, if Cags has a hamstring, let's just hope that it's a very, very brief thing. Evans, I'm not entirely sure what his one was, but he did have to... well, he definitely is injured. So it's probably the worst time in the season to play Aston Villa, which is something that I don't know if anyone would have even thought they would ever have to utter this season, especially after they only just stayed up last year. But we played West Ham after they smashed Wolves, and then they did well against us. We're now playing Villa after they smashed Liverpool of all teams, and we've got more injuries. So I don't know about your guys' predictions for how we're going to do in this game. The thing is, with us, we seem to just be very hit or miss. Either we look like we're not interested, or we look really, really good. If we can hit the latter, then I have full confidence that we could beat Villa, because at the back, they're not the best, right? Their free-flying football going forward right now is looking pretty good, especially with Grealish and Watkins linking up. They're looking solid, so we do have to watch out for that a lot. And assuming Castan is still going to be at right back, he's going to have his hands full, assuming that Jack is going to be playing on the left-hand side of maybe a front 3 or 4. So that's going to be really, really interesting to see how Tim does in his one-on-one defending against Grealish, because that is the most important player for us to try and cancel out in this upcoming game. If we can nullify the threat through Grealish, we should be fine. Should, though. You never know, other players could just come up huge for them. But if we can stop the ball and the supply into Grealish, He is their guy. He's the one that creates. Obviously, they've got others, such as like John McGinn and people like that, right? But if you stop it into Grealish, they're just nowhere near as good a team. So we really, really need to focus on that. And I'm worried but also excited because there's a chance that we see some of our new signees coming in and we see how well they do. However, if some of these injuries are serious, we're in trouble. Like, there's no time left in the transfer window other than if we wanted to potentially get like an emergency loan kind of thing from a Leicester team. We have been linked with another defender from Swansea. So maybe we panic and we get someone in on loan to cover for what we currently have in terms of our injuries. And then maybe that would see Benkovic actually end up being loaned out. I don't know. It's a crazy time. There isn't too much for me to really discuss with you because obviously it's been an international break. But I'd like to know your thoughts on what you think is going to happen in this Villa game. Are you confident? Are you scared? Hey, let me know. I think that we could still win it, but we need to play at the level that we know we can, right? And if we do that, I have full faith we're going to smash it. So let me know your predictions in the comments section down below. If you did enjoy the video, thumb it up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you guys next week for another one. Goodbye.